All right, and we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mac to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast, where we help you get started on your fitness journey. What is up, folks? Hope y'all are having a great week so far. Hope y'all are starting your week off right. You should be, if you're listening to this on Monday. Start your week off right. Do something today to get you going for the rest of the week. Momentum stacks on top of wins. So stack you a win earlier today and get it going. And that way you'll have momentum for the rest of the week, and you can build on top of that. So yeah, that's good to get you going. Just want to check in with y'all. How y'all doing? How's the new year going? We're into February now. Today, at the time I'm recording this, it's February 15th. So we're halfway through February. What y'all doing? Are y'all still doing your goals? You still working out? Still working on that promotion? Still working on your relationships? Whatever your goal was this year, what you doing? Hold yourself accountable. Ask yourself, what have you done to work on that goal? Have you given up? Are you still working on it? Have your plans changed already? Are you trying a different goal? Like, what is it? Do a self-evaluation real quick. While you listen to this, think about, hey, what did I say I was going to do for myself at the beginning of this year? And have I done it? Have I followed through? Have I slacked off a little bit? And be real with yourself. Don't be easy on yourself. You got to keep it real with yourself. But I'm here to say that if you have slacked off, that's a good thing that you're realizing it now, because guess what? The year is still early. It's still February. Like, you still got a long time for the rest of the year. You can get back on your goals this week, today, specifically today. Get back on it today if you've been slacking a little bit, or you kind of fell off for a week or two or whatever. Get back to it. That's the good thing about, life in general, because every day is a new day. Every day you wake up, it's a new day. You get to start over. You get a whole nother 24 hours. So take advantage of that, because some people didn't wake up. There'll be a day that you don't wake up. And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but take advantage of every day you get, because every day is a blessing. It really is. So take advantage of that and do something today. Work towards your goals, or whatever that thing is that you need to be working on. Work towards that. You know what it is for yourself. It's going to be different for everybody. So yeah, that's just my little check-in for y'all. I'm going to start doing that every now and then. I'm going to check in with y'all, make y'all do a little mental check of how you're doing, what you're doing, and things like that. Also check in with your mental health as well. How are you doing mentally? Like, do you need to start working, on your mental health? Do you need to take some mental breaks? You need to get outside and do some grounding. You need to meditate. You need to pray a little bit. Whatever you need to do, take an ice bath. I don't know. Do something to work on your mental health. And that's okay. That's totally okay. We should be working on our mental health just as much as we're working on our physical health. So check in with yourself. Ask yourself how you doing. Be real with yourself. And yeah. Sorry, I got off on a little tangent there to start the podcast off. We're going to do a solo podcast today. It's just me. I like these. I like to do the solo podcasts too. I like this because I get to just ramble on for however long, and y'all get to listen to me. This is how the podcast started, so I really enjoy doing these as well. I like the guests. I'm actually having a guest come on tomorrow. We'll have another. So the episode y'all listen to next week, should have a guest on. So, yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. Thank y'all for tuning in each and every week. I appreciate y'all, all the true listeners out there. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And if you would, a little shameless plug right here. If y'all would, go ahead and hit follow, hit subscribe wherever you're listening at. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or any other podcasting platform, hit follow. I really appreciate it. I actually just hit 200 followers on Spotify, so that was huge. It's different for every podcasting platform has different stats. So that's just for Spotify specifically. So yeah, if you hadn't yet, I appreciate it. Go ahead and hit follow. Leave a review, a comment or review. I think on pretty much all the podcasting platforms, I think you can leave a review nowadays. So I'd appreciate it. Or if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment down there. Really helps the algorithm. It helps push my episodes out to more and more people so that we can spread the podcast, spread the love, and we can help more and more people each and every episode. That's the goal. We want to help one person with every episode, get working towards their goals, get motivated, and things like that. So it really goes a long ways when y'all do things like that for me. So I really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank y'all very much for all the people that have shared it or commented or subscribed before. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. So thank y'all. So with that being said, we're going to hop into the podcast today. In today's podcast, we're going to talk about the acronym SUCCESSFUL. I know you've probably never heard of this successful acronym before because it's not a very popular one, I don't think. I've never heard it before. I heard it the other day, and I wrote it down. Actually, it's been a while since I've heard it, but I wrote it down, and I thought it was very good. So I wanted to talk about it on the podcast. That's what we're going to go through today. And I know it's a long word, so it's a lot of letters, but I think it's very helpful for, one, specifically your fitness journey, but two, pretty much everything. Like everything in fitness relates to life in general. You know, all kind of goals they're kind of the same. So like you can use this acronym, like this little like this method, successful method. You can use it in any area of your life, really. But since it's fitness podcast, we're gonna talk more about fitness. But I'll tell y'all the acronym right now before we go through. We're gonna go through each letter in each acronym. I mean each little, the acronym. You'll see what I'm talking about. But each letter stands for. So the S is see your goal. U is understand the obstacles. C is create a positive mental picture. The other C is clear your mind of self-doubt. E, embrace all challenges. S, sacrifice free time. The next S, show the world you can do it. F, feed your focus. U, utilize all opportunities. And L, learn from all failures. So that's what successful means. Or not really, but that's what the acronym we're going over today, that's what it stands for. So successful is not just a word. It's not just motivation. You know, it's kind of a blueprint. Like we're going to use this as a blueprint to set us up to be successful in our fitness journey. So if you apply each letter of this framework, you won't just, start your fitness journey or get started back on your fitness journey. You're actually going to, finish it stronger. You're going to finish it healthier. You're going to be more confident than you ever have been when it comes to your fitness journey. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's dive into the first letter, and that is S. So S stands for see your goal. So when it comes to success, it's going to start with a vision. Like you got to have a vision of where you're going. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to end up where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have a path, if you don't have a goal of where you're going, then you're probably not going to get there. If you're just walking randomly through the woods and there's no path through the woods, there's no telling where you're going to end up at. So if you can't clearly see where you're going, you'll just wander around. You're a wander. That's a funny word, wander. I don't really like that word, wander. That's weird. But yeah, you'll wander around. That's what we're gonna say. So you got to define your goal in detail. What does your body look like? What is that goal? What do you want your body to look like? If it's fitness, if it's career, what do you want your career to look like in 5 years? What do you want your marriage to look like in 5 years, or whatever it is, whatever your goal is? What do you want your marriage to look like in 6 months? It don't have to be a long goal. And then how do you feel? So what does your body look like? How do you feel? Like when you meet that goal, when you're 50 pounds lighter or 100 pounds lighter, or whenever you bench press 225, how do you feel? How does that make you feel? And then how do you perform? So, losing weight is going to help you perform a lot better in everyday things, bending over and picking things up. It's going to help you perform in all your hobbies like to do. If you like to play pickup basketball or pick up football, I don't know. It's going to help you perform better. It's going to help you show up better at home. So it's going to do those things. So when you have clarity, it's going to create direction. It's going to help you get on the right path quicker and be more efficient. Correct. When you have that direction, this is what's going to lead to progress over time. So that's S. See your goal. Number 1. Number 2, we're going to go to the letter U. What is U? Understand the obstacles. We all know this. Every goal has resistance built into it. Every goal has obstacles. If they didn't, then everybody would be successful. If there was no obstacles, everybody would be successful. If it wasn't hard to lose 100 pounds, you would have lost 100 pounds a long time ago, right? You would have done it. And there's things that get in the way. You could have a busy schedule. You could have cravings. Cravings is a hard one. You could have a lack of motivation. You may not be motivated. Actually, may not be motivated. You're not going to be motivated every day. I promise. Like, it's not going to happen. I'm not motivated every day. Nobody's motivated every day. That's not going to happen. So you got to get over that. There could be fear of judgment. You may be trying to do something. For example, for me, fear of judgment, I'm posting my life on social media because I want to do social media. Like, yeah, I get a lot of judgment. There's definitely fear there, and I just had to do it anyway, and I just had to get over it. So, yeah, if you're going to take a big leap of faith, if you're going to put yourself out there like I'm doing, making content, like you're going to get some pushback. You're going to get some judgment, things like that. But on top of that, you're also going to get a lot of support. You're going to get a lot of love. a lot of support, which is great, but there's a lot of haters out there. Let's just be real. So yeah, there's gonna be judgment. So just know that going in there. There's definitely some fear there. I'm not gonna say, don't be, nervous or scared of that, because it's real. But you just have to learn to get over it. You have to learn to deal with it. And the more you do it, the more confident you can get. And then after a while, you just don't care. Like, I used to be so nervous when I went live to do these podcasts, because if y'all don't know, I film it live. I'm live right now when I'm doing the podcast, and I used to be so nervous. But like, now, I really don't care. Like, if I screw up, oh well, I'll just fix what I said and keep going. Y'all probably heard me screw up on the podcast 100 times by now, because I do it every episode. But I don't let that fear, I don't let it get to me and stop me from doing what I want to do. Don't stop me from my goal. Because honestly, I want to grow the podcast. That's a goal of mine. That's something I really want to do. I would love to have, a successful podcast. Like, if I could do this and really impact somebody, impact people on like a large scale, like, that would be awesome. That's my goal. We're a long ways away from that, but we pushing each and every episode. So like I said, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. So yeah, there's going to be fear of judgment. You're going to have that, especially when it comes to you trying to improve upon yourself. You're going to get some pushback, and hopefully, well, unfortunately, it's going to be from people that you really care about. Like, you may get some pushback from your family, your friends, your coworkers. Like, if you start trying to eat healthy, you start meal prepping your foods, and you bring your meal prep containers to work, and you're eating it at lunch. Your coworkers that you normally go out to eat with lunch with, they're going to start throwing some remarks at you. They're going to start throwing some comments at you, like, oh, what you trying to eat healthy now or something? You know what I'm saying? You just get little smart aleck comments like that, and that's probably going to happen. So just be aware of that. Just you gotta understand that, and that's cool. Like, it's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. Somebody says something, they smart off to you or something, or give you a weird remark. Like, that's probably gonna happen. So just understand that, and don't let it affect you. Don't let it like change your mind, or don't let it get to you. You gotta understand what your goal is. You gotta understand and what it's gonna take to get to that goal. And it's gonna take some of these things. So successful people, they don't just pretend that obstacles don't happen or that they won't happen. What they do instead to be successful is they plan for these obstacles. Does that make sense? Like, every goal you have, there's going to be an obstacle. So go ahead and plan for that. Like, try to get ahead of it, plan for that, or just know what's going to happen. So when they do happen, it don't derail you. Like, it don't just throw you way off and you just quit altogether. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen. Like, you're going to hit a plateau. You're not going to be motivated one day. You're going to have a change in your schedule. You're going to get laid off from your job and have to start a new job. Like, there's going to be things like that happen in life. So let's plan for these things. Or if we can't necessarily plan for it, like, for example, like if you get laid off your job, like, you can't plan for that. You don't know that you're going to get laid off, but just know, like, something like that is going to happen at some point. Like, so plan for them and be ready, and find be quick on your feet to transition, to shift, to, make adjustments, because you're going to have to do that at some point. So ask yourself this question: what might stop me? Like, what might get me off track of my goal? And how will I respond when that happens? That's huge. How will you respond when you come up on these obstacles? Like, how will you respond when something happens? This is what you got to ask yourself. Because if we're being real, like, that's just life. Like, something's going to happen. Something's going to come up, and it's going to try to throw you off your goals. It's going to, try to stop you or whatever. So how are you going to respond when something like that happens? If you miss a day, oh, well, who cares? Go back the next day. If you miss a week, okay, who cares? Like, it's just a week. Like, you're not going to derail all your progress in a week. It's okay. Like, you got to get back to it. How are you going to respond when something happens? So understand obstacles. That's the letter U. That's number 2. Number 3, we're going to go to the letter C. So create a positive mental picture. So your mind always works towards the images that you give it. So we're going to get a little weird. We're going to get a little what do they call it? Not frou-frou. What's it? Woo-woo. I think it's what people call it. Not woo-woo. What's that when people talk? Kind of like a hippie. You know what I'm saying? Manifestation. You kind of have to manifest it in your head. I guess that is kind of hippie-ish. I don't know. Somebody leave it down in the comments. What's the word I'm trying to think of when people like start, talking about manifesting things? Like, honestly, like, manifesting is kind of real in a way. Your mind works, like, whatever you're feeding your mind, that's kind of what's going to evolve around you, if that makes sense. So we want to start visualizing ourselves doing the things that we need to do to achieve the goal that we're trying to achieve, or visualize ourselves have already achieved that goal. Like, if your goal is to lose 100 pounds, like, visualize yourself 100 pounds lighter, and visualize yourself, doing the things that it takes to be 100 pounds lighter. So like choosing healthy meals. Like, if you're going to lose 100 pounds, you're going to have to eat healthier. So visualize yourself, choosing healthier meals, hitting those milestones, like hitting that first 10 pounds, hitting that first 20 pounds. Your brain doesn't know the difference between like, I don't know how to say this. Like imagine success in your head and real success. If that makes sense. I know we're getting kind of like woo-woo in here. I guess I don't know if that's the right term. I may be off of that. But yeah, like we're manifesting things here. And I know some people probably don't believe in this. Some people do, but it kind of works in a way. Like it kind of works. I don't know. Just try. If you don't believe in it, just try. Give it a chance. If it don't work for you, then you ain't got to do it. So what we want to do is we want to practice or rehearse like winning daily on a day-by-day basis. We want to rehearse this in your head. Like if you have a goal of running a marathon, you should visualize yourself running across that marathon every day. I mean, running across the finish line, my bad. Every day, visualize it. Running across it. How does that make you feel? What do you look like? What is it going to take you to get there? Like visualizing, like you're going to have to get up, 5, 6, 7 days a week and go running if you want to achieve that. So you got to start visualizing this in your head. Start putting that in your head, that thought. And then after a while, you'll start believing it. You'll start giving in. You'll start, believing in yourself a little more. And it does kind of work in a way. And it works vice versa. Like it works negative too. Like if you telling yourself, oh, I can't lose the weight, I can't do that, I can't run a marathon, that'll have an effect on you too. And you won't be able to do it. You won't be able to overcome those obstacles. Because you're just pumping negative stuff into your head all the time. We don't want to do that. We want to pump positive stuff into our head at all times. So you just got to start visualizing things like that, manifestation. So yeah, that's create a positive mental picture. That's the first C. Now we're going to go to the second C, and that's clear your mind of self-doubt. So if you're doubting yourself, you're not going to make progress, period. Like you're just not, because you're not going to believe in yourself. This kind of goes along the same route as the last C, as creating a mental, like a positive picture. So if you're thinking I'm not disciplined enough, I always fail, or I failed at this goal before, or this is not going to work for me. Like if you're pumping that negativity into your head, well, it's going to become true. It's like that saying, I can't remember who said it, but there's a saying that says, whether you believe you can or you cannot, you're right. Or something like that. Whether you believe you can, you can't, you're right. So what does that mean? Like if you believe you can, you're right. If you believe you can't, you're also right. So you got to believe in yourself. You got to stop the self-doubt. Try to clear your mind. I know it's a lot easier said than done. I get that. But we got to start pumping positive thoughts in our head, start believing in ourselves, start visualizing, who you want to be, who you want to become, how to get to that person, like how to be that person that you want to become. What does that person do? Like what does somebody that runs a marathon do? They run, every day. Or what does somebody that loses 100 pounds do? They start eating healthier, they start working out, they start being consistent. Like start visualizing this and pumping positive thoughts into your head. Start hyping yourself up. Be your biggest fan. You should be your biggest fan. Hype yourself up. You can do it. Tell that to yourself. You can do it. I got this. I can lose 100 pounds. I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Or you could even use affirmations. Like, I lost 100 pounds. You had to say, like, act like you already done it. So if you start pumping these negative thoughts to your head, they're not facts. They're habits. So we're going to take away this habit. We got to replace these bad thoughts with evidence of effort. So if you don't do the things that you say you're going to do, you're not going to be able to replace those thoughts because you're not doing what you know you need to do. So you got to use like evidence that you are doing what you're saying you're going to do, evidence of effort. So like I showed up yesterday. I can show up today. If I did it yesterday, I can do it today. That's positive. That shows effort. That shows that you showed up and that you put in the work yesterday. So that's going to, build momentum and play into tomorrow or play into today. If I did it yesterday, I can do it today. I can show up again. You already did it one time. So this is all positive thoughts, positive things that you're telling yourself to help you, mentally. Because like any journey, any goal, there's a lot of them. Yeah, there's physical attributes to it, but most of them are mental. Like most goals are mental. You got to show up each and every day and be disciplined. It's going to be hard. Like if it was going to be easy, you would have already done it. So that's the second C, clear your mind of self-doubt. That's going to lead us into the letter E. Embrace all challenges. Embrace them. Challenges aren't interruptions to your journey. They are the journey. Like I said, you're going to have obstacles. You're going to have challenges. That's part of the journey. The journey is a challenge itself. It's a challenge. Because if it wasn't a challenge, then you would have already done it, or you wouldn't be doing it at all. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the journey. The journey is a challenge. It's hard. There's going to be plateaus. If you're working out, you're going to be sore. There's going to be some early mornings. You're going to have to get up and work out before work. There's going to be hard workouts where you're absolutely exhausted after you're dead. These are not signs that you need to quit just because it got hard. This is signs that you're growing. This is how you grow. This is signs that you're doing what you said you were going to do. This is signs that you're working towards that goal. If it challenges you, it changes you. Remember that. If it's challenging to you, it's more than likely changing you. So that's a good thing. Challenges are good most of the time. I'm sure there's some out there that's not good. But for the most part, when you're working on yourself, trying to improve yourself, it's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be a good change for you. So embrace the challenges, embrace the change, and watch how your goals start falling in place. So that's the letter E, embrace all challenges. Letter S, sacrifice free time. So let's be honest here. Let's keep it real. Success is going to cost something. If nothing changes, nothing changes, right? Y'all have all heard that before. Success is going to cost something. It's going to cost you to have to change something, to do something different, to spend a lot of your free time, probably. Because if you wasn't working out before, you were probably doing something with that extra free time you had. And now you're going to have to cut that thing out, and you're going to have to go to the gym. Or you're going to have to go for a walk, or whatever it is you're doing. Normally, when it comes to success, you're going to have to cut out the things that are comfortable to you, and you're going to have to cut out the things that are convenient to you. So yeah, like fast food. Fast food is very convenient. That's a great example for weight loss. It's a great example. You're going to have to cut it out because it's convenient, but it's holding you back from achieving your goal of losing weight because you know it's not healthy for you. It's going to have a lot of extra calories in it, a lot of empty calories. So that's a convenient factor. And a lot of these foods are probably comfort foods for you too. It makes you comfortable. When you can eat the foods you enjoy, then foods you like, it makes you comfortable. So a lot of times when it comes to success, you're going to have to cut out things, and those things typically are comfortable and they're convenient. And we don't like that because we like being comfortable and we like convenience. That's just being a human. I get that. I'm the same way. I like to be comfortable and I like things that are convenient for me. But if it's holding you back from your goal, then you're gonna have to cut that cost. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to cut that out. So a big one for me is scrolling on my phone. I know TikTok's huge. I'm not a big TikToker, but I like to scroll. I like YouTube. That's my thing. I watch YouTube. I love YouTube. And I'll sit there and watch YouTube when I shouldn't be. I know I shouldn't be. You know, I should be going to sleep earlier, getting more rest. That's what I should be doing. I should be saying no to distractions. So like a lot of times I'm scrolling on YouTube when I should be, editing videos or editing this podcast or a short video or, I don't know, going to bed earlier, staying up too late when I should be getting my sleep because I know I got to get up early and go to the gym in the morning. So that's part of me. I got to sacrifice some of this free time, some of this convenience time, some of this comfort time that I like. I'm going to have to sacrifice it, and you are too. Whatever that thing is for you, it's not helping you get closer to your goal. It's not helping you at all. That's the easy one to cut out. Easy. So whatever that thing is, that's not, very, very, very important to you. That's something that's, like you don't obviously spending time with your kids is not necessarily helping you lose weight, but that's something that you're not going to cut out because that's a non-negotiable. Spending time with your kids is that's a non-negotiable, period. So that's not something you can cut out. But if you maybe like scrolling on your phone or, doing something else that's not really helping you get to that goal, those are the things you're going to need to cut out. So don't think of it as losing freedom, because we like to scroll on our phone. That's fun. Like we get dopamine addiction from it. So don't think of it you're losing freedom. Instead, you're trading your temporary pleasure for permanent progress. So like say you cut out the scrolling or you cut out the fast food. That's a temporary thing that you're cutting out, temporary pleasure, and it's gonna help you achieve that permanent progress of, say you're losing 100 pounds. That's going to be, the progress that you get from cutting out the fast food or cutting out the scrolling or cutting out, sleeping in the morning. That's the things you're temporarily cutting out to get that permanent progress at the end. So you got to sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice something. It may not be free time. You may be sacrificing, something else. But you may be sacrificing your Saturday, where normally you chilled on Saturday. That was your day off. Now you may have to start going to the gym on Saturday. So you're sacrificing that time on the weekend that you normally would, sit on the couch and relax. That may be time that you now have to go to the gym, or something like that. So yeah, that's S. The first S, sacrifice free time. We're going to go to the second S, show the world you can do it. This is not for validation. Don't show the world for validation. Show it for accountability. Use it for an accountability buddy. That's why I put a lot of my goals out on social media. And I do that because it holds me accountable. I don't want to look like, a fraud or a liar because I said I was going to do something and I didn't do it. So when I put it on social media, it makes me a lot more likely to do it. And I know not everybody works that way. This is not going to work for everybody, but for me it does. When I put my goals out there, it helps me be more accountable. Like if I just told y'all earlier, I want to grow the podcast. Well, guess what? That's going to make me more likely to post a podcast every week. My goal is one podcast a week. If I sit here and say I want to grow my podcast, but then I don't post a podcast episode, then guess what? I'm not being accountable. I'm just putting that out there for validation. I want other people to think, oh, look at him. He's trying to grow a podcast. That's cool. But if I'm not doing the thing, if I'm not being accountable, then it's pointless. You know what I'm saying? So we got to show the world we can do it. When you live your goals out loud, you're kind of raising your standard. You know what I'm saying? You're showing up for yourself. You're being more consistent. You become proof that discipline works. And when you start losing that weight, when you hit that first milestone of 20 pounds, then you hit that next milestone, 50 pounds, you're proof. You're becoming proof. So when you put it out there, you're showing that, discipline works. I grew my podcast in 2025. I don't know if y'all saw, I posted my Spotify Wrapped results online, and my podcast grew by 120% or something like that, which my podcast is very small, but it still grew a lot compared to the year before. So that's just proof that discipline works. I showed up, I posted a podcast episode every week last year. I have 52. I think I actually posted a little bit more than that, but yeah, one a week, and it worked. Showed that discipline worked. So that's what happens when you put your goals out there. Helps you hold you accountable, and it's just a way that other people. Also, another good thing is other people can motivate you too. Other people can hold you accountable as well. If you have good friends, they're gonna hold you. If you put your goals out there, you better be checking in on your friends. If you see a goal, say they're gonna lose 20 pounds, you better check in with them in a month and say, hey, how many pounds you lost? You better be checking in on them, because that's what friends do. We hold each other accountable. You don't be lying to your friends. Don't be telling them they look good in that outfit when they ain't lost no weight yet. When they told you they wanted to lose some weight and they ain't lost a pound yet, don't be hyping them up. You better hold them accountable. Say, hey, why ain't you go to the gym this morning? Why are you eating that fast food? You got to start looking out for your people, and maybe your family too. Hold your people accountable, and this works both ways. If you hold them accountable, they hold you accountable. Boom. Now y'all are both working towards your goals together, and it makes it so much easier when you got somebody there with you. So look out. If you're lying to your friends, then you ain't a very good friend. Even if that lie makes them feel good, even if it's a good thing that you're lying to them, you're actually hurting them by lying to them. You got to keep it real with them, and that's the best thing. Because say somebody, and this is an easy one when it comes to losing weight or your weight, because people want to be told, yeah, they look good, or no, they're not overweight. But if you lie to them and say, yeah, nah, you're not overweight, you look fine. If you lie to them and say that, when really inside you're thinking, yeah, you overweight, you need to lose some weight. Well, that's just going to hurt them in the long run, because they're not getting healthy. They're not working on their goals that they said they wanted to do. So you're actually hurting them by lying to them. You're not helping them out, even though telling them the truth may hurt their feelings. You got to keep it real with them. If you're their friend, then you need to keep it real with them, or family members, whatever. If it's an acquaintance, then yeah, maybe you should lie to them, because you don't just want to seem rude. But obviously, your acquaintances are probably not asking you about their weight. So let's keep it real. So that's S. Show the world that you can do it. Hey, and you may inspire somebody else. If you start doing your thing, showing up, eating right, losing weight, getting in shape, being disciplined, you may inspire somebody else. That's my goal with the podcast. I want to inspire somebody else. I want to help somebody else do their thing. So that's why I'm doing my thing, so we can all help each other. So yeah, you may inspire somebody. You never know. You never know what will happen. So next letter is F. Feed your focus. So focus is fuel. What you consume mentally determines what you produce physically. So you got to feed your mind. If you know you want to start losing weight, start watching, listen to some podcasts like you're doing now on how to lose weight. Start listening to or watching YouTube videos on what foods you need to be eating, what workouts you need to be doing. Start pumping educational content into your head. Start reading some books. If you're trying to get a promotion at your job or something, start reading some books that are related to your job. If you want to get better at your marriage, start reading some marriage books. Whatever it is, start educating yourself on whatever it is you're trying to achieve, and that will help you. Like, I listen to fitness podcasts all the time. If y'all want another podcast to listen to about fitness, I highly recommend Mind Pump. There's a fitness podcast called Mind Pump, and it's great. I listen to it like every day. They post a podcast literally like every day, and they're super good. Like, and they're very educational. They're very smart, and I like listening to them because I learn a lot. Like, a lot of stuff they talk about, I use in my own fitness journey, and I've probably talked about it on here to y'all before because they've had a lot of experience in the fitness industry and they know what they're doing. So I'm always pumping fitness stuff into my head because that's what I like. That's what I enjoy. That's what I'm trying to get better at. So I'm educating myself on the thing that I enjoy or my goals. Also, positive environments. Put yourself in positive environments and surround yourself by people that are on the same goal as you. Like, if you're trying to lose weight, find some people that's going to the gym. Find your friends that you know that works out, or make friends at the gym. Try to be around positive people. Because like I said, if you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to eat healthy, and you got your coworkers or friends that are, talking about you because you normally go out to eat at lunch with them, but now you're bringing meal prep and you're eating healthier, then that's not a good thing. It's not a good environment to be in. That's going to weigh you down. So you got to start putting yourself in a better environment. If you're around friends that are doing things that you shouldn't be doing, maybe drinking alcohol or whatever, staying up late, whatever it is, y'all know what's good for you and what's not. If you're surrounding yourself with these people, then it's not going to help you reach your goals. So try to find people where y'all are all on the same journey or same path or similar journeys. You're all trying to improve, get better, work on your goal. That's who you need to be around. Be in that environment. It's going to be positive, and it's going to help you out, and it's going to help you achieve that goal so much easier and faster. And like, find those people that'll push you, hold you to a higher standard. Like I said, your friends, they should be pushing you. They should be holding you to your goals, holding you to the higher standard. Whatever it said you said that you wanted to do, they should be helping you achieve that. They should be holding you accountable. They shouldn't be, lying to you and saying it's okay or you look good in those jeans or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? They need to keep it real with you. So y'all can both achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. So that's the letter F. Letter U, utilize all opportunities. Opportunities to improve, they're everywhere. Let's be honest, they're everywhere. There's always opportunities. You can improve, but you got to take advantage of them. So utilize all these opportunities. Take advantage of them. So say you have an extra 10 minutes at work. At lunch. Say you get an hour lunch. You ate your lunch in 50 minutes. You got an extra 10 minutes. Guess what? Go outside and walk. Go take a walk. 10 minutes. I know that's not a lot. 10 minutes is not a lot. You're not getting a lot of steps in, but hey, it's an opportunity for you to work towards that goal. And it's just a little bit. A little bit goes a long ways. If you do that every day, 5 days a week, that's 50 minutes. That's an extra 50 minutes you walked this week than you would have walked if you didn't take that 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit, but it adds up over time. If you have a busy day, instead of doing your typical workout, say you work out for an hour, but say you had a busy day and today you only have 30 minutes. Well, use that 30 minutes to work out. Still get it done. Don't say, oh, I'm not going to do it today because I can't get my full workout in, or I can't, do a whole hour. I only got 30 minutes. I'm not going to have time. Do it anyways. Do what you can. Fit as much in as you can. And that's okay. That's better than nothing. If you're traveling, this is a big one. A lot of people will just throw their goals out the window when they travel. No, dude, you still got to work out. If you don't have a gym, just because you're traveling, guess what? You can do body weight training. There's always a workout you can do because you can do body weight training. You can do some jumping jacks. You can do some air squats. You can do some push-ups. You can run. You can walk. You can go find a tree limb and do some pull-ups. There's always something you can do. There's always some kind of workout you can do when you're traveling or you're not in your typical location. If you're not at your normal gym, there's something you can do. So that's not an excuse, especially when traveling. It's not an excuse. So you got to remember this. Successful people, they don't wait for perfect conditions. Like, they don't wait for them to have a nice gym to go work out. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They maximize every condition, all the imperfect conditions that they have. Like, if they don't have a gym, guess what? They're going to maximize it by doing body weight workouts. Or if they're at a hotel and they have one of those little hotel gyms that have like a treadmill and some dumbbells and a bench. That's all they got. Well, guess what? They're going to use those. They're going to use the treadmill. They're going to use the dumbbells and the bench, and they're going to make a whole workout out of it. They're going to use they're resourceful. They're going to use what they got. They're going to maximize their opportunities. They're going to utilize all opportunities. That's the letter U. Next letter and the last letter L, learn from all failures. Learn from your failures. This is a big one. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. So if you missed a workout, learn from it. Bad nutrition day, you ate a meal you know you shouldn't eat, learn from it. If you don't have no motivation today, learn from it. Period. Like, winners are going to adjust. Quitters, they're just going to quit. They're going to judge themselves. They're going to quit. They're going to give up. So learn from your mistakes. Like, if you miss a workout today, why? Why did you miss that workout? What happened? Did you get a flat tire on your way to the gym? Did you just wasn't motivated today, so you decided not to go? Did you eat the whole jug of ice cream when you know you shouldn't have? Like, why? Why did you do that? Were you having cravings? Did you have a bad day at work? Were you a little stressed? Did you not sleep good? Like, ask yourself these questions. Like, what led to this? Why did I do this? How did I do this? What made me do this? And learn from that. Like, try to figure out these triggers so that next time it happens, you can point out, okay, last time I didn't get a lot of sleep and I had a little stressful day. It made me want some sweets at nighttime. And that's when I binge ate all the ice cream. I ate the whole half gallon of ice cream. That's what happened last time. So next time when this happens, when I realize, hey, I didn't really sleep very good. Today was a rough day at work. I know that I'm probably gonna have some cravings. Or if I do have cravings, just know, hey, it's okay to kind of feed your craving, but don't overdo it. Limit yourself. Like, if you want the ice cream, eat the ice cream, but like, put it in a separate bowl. Allow yourself a certain amount, a little bit, like a normal serving. And then after that, just know that that's it. That's all you get. Like, that's it. Learn from it. Don't allow yourself to give in like you did before. So yeah, like, all failures are learning lessons. They're all part of the process. You're going to have those failures, and it's not technically a failure. It's not, you didn't fail if you didn't give up. Like, you only fail when you quit. Like, if you give up, then you failed. But if you failed, you learned from it, and then you progressed upon that and you got better and you fixed it the next time, that's not failure. That was just an obstacle. That's all it was. That was an obstacle. You learned from it, you got better, you moved on, you progressed, and it wasn't failure. So it's not failure until you give up, technically. So don't give up. Don't quit. If you don't quit, you can never fail. Period. If you didn't give up, if you didn't quit, if you're still going, then you didn't fail. So remember, winners adjust. Quitters are just going to judge themselves and give up and quit. So yeah, that's successful. That's all the letters of successful. So remember that the word successful is not just a word. It's not just the end goal. It's not being successful. It's a system. So you got to see, you got to understand, you got to create, you got to clear, you got to embrace, sacrifice, show, feed, utilize, and learn. That's successful. So if you apply this daily, success in your fitness journey or whatever goal you're trying to do, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When you use this, this method, this successful method. So with that being said, if this episode helped you, share it with somebody who needs to push today. Share it with your friend that you're going to hold accountable, or share it with that friend that's going to hold you accountable. And remember that success isn't built in one workout. It's not built in one conversation. It's not built in one promotion. It's built in the mindset that you bring each and every day, that you bring to every workout, that you bring to every meal, like whatever it is that you bring every day when you show up. That's success. So use this method in your days, in your workouts, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with today. Hopefully y'all can use this week to help you achieve your goals, because I want all of y'all to be successful. I want y'all to be successful. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day. Go out there, crush your goals. Have a great day. Share it with somebody. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna have a good 2026 this year. I know it's February, but we're gonna get back on our goals. I know y'all are. I believe in y'all. So yeah, y'all gotta do y'all thing. Peace, love, protein. We out.